the Kisarazu City office. Situated in lovely Kisarazu in Chiba Prefecture, the building is quite unique, and it has some interesting little waterfalls and wooden walkways, lots and lots of skylights, making it a really pleasant place to visit, and quite the interesting feature of Kisarazu City. The city boasts lots of little parks and recreation areas that you can visit, and as often is typical in Japan, lots of little shrines and places that you can visit to get a little feel of the culture. Of course, a lot of these places are hidden, and only the locals could really tell you where some of these places are on the off-beaten paths. There's really beautiful sections of the parks that have Sakura. In the Sakura season in Kisarazu, there's lots of really nice places to go for a walk and to see the cherry blossoms. And if this weren't enough, the city also boasts one of the most famous structures in Japan, the Tokyo Aqua-Line, an amazing undersea tunnel and bridge. So let's have a look at Kisarazu, the place I call home, starting with my apartment. First we see the shoes at the entranceway. Very, very exciting. And the front door. And this is where we put the shoes in Japan. Let me open this up. And you can see slippers and various things that keep in there. Close that. And so from the front door, this is the entrance looking into the apartment. You can see that this is my street here. And on the left, there's a small guest room. And on the right is the sink room. So here is the sink, and here's the washer and dryer. The restroom is in that little room, and here's the shower room right there. And across the way is this small guest room, which is a little messy at the moment, but I have it set up for guests. Chair and bed and a few things in here. Extra room. Okay, and then into the main room. Here on the left is the table. The curtains. It's night, so not much to see outside. Here is the broken ProStar computer with the Brotherhood of Nod symbol left remaining. Useless it is to me. Put up some puzzles that I did. Over here is the kitchen. The kitchen area. In this town, all the milk cartons have to be separated and cleaned, and then I have to take them apart and tie them together into sort of a bundle, like newspapers. So I have to keep them there to dry out. Kind of annoying, but that's Japan. And my fridge and my microwave with my little buddies there. Here's the Gomi calendar, the calendar of what days to take out the trash. Just what you've always wanted to see, right? Up here is written what days what goes out, and calendar here so that you know what day to take your trash out, and what to take out and what not to take out. All that fun stuff. This is the one tatami room where I sleep. Here's my bed, my futon, I guess, and clothes and my lamp in here. And this is the tatami flooring in this room. Only one room, unfortunately, with the tatami mat, but it's very nice. Directly behind, we have the closet, sliding door closet, and there's one up above, sliding door closet. Let's go back and around in here to the living room. So here's my party room with my couch and pillows and hot carpet and TV setup and fan for the nice summertime to get a nice cool breeze going in here. Nice relaxing couch, bell dandy, and not sure if this will focus if I go over here, but here's outside. Guess it's not going to focus very well, huh? Just on me. I'll open this up. It's raining today. Maybe I can... Up there is the tower for the Kisarazu area. You can climb up there and see quite a bit. Balcony is here. Goes all the way over there. And that is all of the apartment. Hope you enjoyed seeing a lovely Japanese apartment. If you come and visit Japan, you can always see a nifty apartment like this. And also there's a little alien that will be waiting for you to get you. This is the view out the back of my balcony. We are up here on the 3rd floor. And yeah, I wanted to show, more than just the apartment. I'm not sure why, but there's just so many videos on YouTube of people just doing their my apartment walkthrough kind of thing. But I wanted to show a little bit more than just the apartment. Maybe talk a little bit about Kisarazu area and what kind of things are here and what's interesting. This is the 3rd floor, and so I get a pretty nice view. There's so many buildings that a lot of times you don't get a great view, just the wall of your neighbor's house. But on the 3rd floor I can get a decent view of the Sakura, you can see there, and some of the park. There's kind of this one big hill in Kisarazu, and up on the top is a pretty large park with a bunch of walking trails, as well as an interesting tower structure that is totally free, and you can hike up to the top of it and get a really nice view of the Sakura as they're coming out and blooming. And this is April. It's about April 3rd or 4th today, I think it is. And so the Sakura are out and they're looking really, really nice. Full bloom, and they've definitely been started to fall. So here's that tower that I mentioned, free to climb up, and at the very top there's 2 statues of a guy and a lady. There's kind of a local legend here that they were lovers, and it's kind of one of those star-crossed lovers stories, where they were unable to meet or something. But this tower and Kisarazu are in the prefecture of Chiba. So this is Chiba Prefecture, which is south of Tokyo, and the Kisarazu station is maybe about 20 to 30 minutes south of Chiba itself, Chiba City, if you catch a rapid or something like that. But yeah, the park up here is really nice. This is the park that's up by the towers, and there's quite a few walking trails, and you can just go up there and hang out and check out the beautiful cherry blossoms. At night, all the lanterns are lit up that you can see hanging there. And so even at night, there's sometimes quite a large group of people that go up and spread out their blankets and just relax. Maybe climb the tower to get a nice view, or just have a little picnic. Usually people drink sake underneath cherry blossoms and just chat and have a good time. The park has quite a few different little walking trails and hidden paths through all the different trees, and I've always found these really fascinating. It almost feels like the Mononoke Hime kind of forest, where you just got these almost natural looking staircases and small paths that go through the forest, and you really wouldn't kind of see it as Japan, just because people's view of Japan is always lots of buildings and cityscapes. But I mean, you can be amazed at all these hidden gardens that are kept kind of away from the buildings, and there aren't very many structures in the parks themselves, so that you can just walk around and it really feels like you're actually in nature. You can see they're already falling on the ground there. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the cherry blossom season, and it's really short, unfortunately, depending on the area that you live in Japan. Maybe 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, probably at the most, where you get to see the cherry blossoms before most of them have fallen. And of course, if the weather is bad, like some rain or really strong rain, they fall even faster. But today I was lucky to get some really nice high quality video of some of the really pink buds as they were blooming. Got some nice footage up here on the tower. Sorry, my hand keeps getting in the video there, but I was trying to cover up the sun a little bit because I was getting a glare on the lens and I couldn't actually see what I was filming. But apparently it captured what I was trying to film there. There's a little visitor center up there on top of the hill. And kind of interesting, Kisarazu is mostly flat. As you can see, we'll go ahead and pan around here. There's a couple small hills sticking up. I'm on the one with parks as well as the tower. But this is somewhat of an industrial area. There are some recycling plants and some factories, and of course it's near the bay, Tokyo Bay, and so it's a good place for boats to come in and ship things in. We've got a shopping mall, Jasko, everybody's favorite shopping mall. And yeah, there's a decent number of people here. You can look up the stats on the wiki, of course, of Kisarazu City. There are quite a few interesting festivals that take place here as well, and all around the people are friendly, and the high school that I work at is really nice, and the students are great, and I often see them up at the tower and just hanging out or laughing, having some fun. They didn't know I was filming them. Secret camera footage. They'll never know. Yeah, pretty much on every side it's a nice view, and you pretty much see as far as the horizon there. It almost looks like Tokyo, just solid buildings everywhere, but not quite as tall, like not skyscrapers, mostly homes and such things. Up here at the park, near the tower that I was just in, is this old style Japanese house. And this is really interesting. It was built, I can't remember, I think it was 100 years ago or something, by a farmer family. And there's just one here, up on the hill, and it's for free. You can go up and check it out. There's like a really nice kept garden around it, and kind of some information of the way the locals used to live. But I think it's one of the few remaining old-style traditional Japanese houses in the area. Most everything else has been torn down and is modern now. But this is a farmer's house, and farmers used to live here. The thatch roof reminds me of the style of structures in Gifu Prefecture that are several stories high, to protect from the snow. But there you can see the genkan area, and the rooms inside are really large tatami rooms. If my stupid camera would focus. For some reason it doesn't like the ripples of tatami mat for some reason. Yeah, usually the entire building was just several tatami rooms. And this one's quite interesting. Here on the outside you have this little itty bitty connected building. The roof is sort of semi-attached there, and this was their toilet, separate from the house. That's right, it's a Japanese outhouse. Just what you've always wanted to see, right? A Japanese outhouse. Of course, built away from the house to, keep the smells, I guess, out. It's just a hole-in-the-ground one. Back in the day, they didn't have any plumbing, I'm sure. There are a couple small rivers that flow out to the ocean from Kisarazu City. And along these rivers, a lot of the cherry blossoms are planted, and so it's a really nice place to go walking. If you want to have a nice Saturday afternoon walk, just walk along they have walkways, and you can just walk along the river's edge and have the cherry blossoms all over the place above you and falling down on you like snow, and it's a really, really pretty sight, especially with the nice cool air coming up from the stream. There's still quite a bit of traffic in Kisarazu City compared to other places in Japan that are more rural, but not quite as much traffic as there would be in Tokyo Central. Nice that the whole city is pretty much flat, and so they have a bit more space, so the roads are a little wider than other roads in Tokyo proper that are really skinny and all kinds of skinny stuff. I'm pretty sure this is Mario's mushroom plant, where he gets all his mushrooms from. I don't know, I just kind of thought it looked interesting. More lovely cherry blossoms. And now, here we go, the highlight of Kisarazu, the Aqua-Line Tunnel. Now, it's pretty interesting. It's across the Tokyo Bay in Japan, and it connects Kawasaki in Yokohama City to the city of Kisarazu in Chiba. And it's about 24 kilometers around long, and it's got a 4.5 kilometer bridge and around a 10 kilometer tunnel that goes underneath the bay. And this is the 4th longest underwater tunnel in the world. I think another one is the one that goes up to Hokkaido. Maybe that's the 3rd or 2nd longest. And there's a little kind of island in the center where the bridge meets the underwater tunnel, and there's little shopping places you can go, and they call it Umi Hotaru. Umi is ocean, and Hotaru is the firefly, so you call it ocean firefly or sea firefly or something. And originally you would have to drive all the way from Chiba up and around through Tokyo to Kanagawa. And those two important industrial areas, it took about 90 minutes to do that drive. And with this tunnel, that's been cut down to 15 minutes. So from 90 minutes to 15 minutes. It's quite the big difference. And you can go shopping. There's lots of these gachapon machines I noticed. And there's lots of restaurants and various things you can see, and even in the bathroom you can take a look at the beautiful ocean while you relieve yourself. Isn't that nice? Yeah, it's a pretty amazing structure, one of the marvels of Japan, and if you ever have a chance to come to Kisarazu, I recommend you check out this huge bridge as well as the tunnel. It can be a fun trip to go through. The only way is by car. Bikes and things aren't allowed, and there's no train. So if you have a car, check it out and come on down and visit me in Kisarazu. It's a really pretty city and lots of beautiful things to see. I hope everyone has a chance to come and check it out.